speaking of, I'm finishing a revision of my middle grade mystery today. That is my goal. I don't know if I'll finish it on this live stream, but I will finish it today, I think. I'm very excited. Awesome.
Hey guys, this is probably going to be a pretty short little catch-up vlog because I know it's been a while and I feel like I'm just constantly saying this. In my last video, which I will link up here, I wanted to say I really appreciate all the comments, the very thoughtful comments you guys left on that about that question that someone who emailed me raised about how much, if any, of your identity should you have to disclose to agents and editors in order to get a book deal, and just raising the whole question and discussion of own voices and how it's done a lot of wonderful things, but also the gatekeepers of the industry are really weaponizing it, whether they mean to or not. And I know I promised that that would be my next video, but the more I read the comments, the more I realized like I can't just turn on the camera and go off the cuff about this. I really need to put some thought into it and sit down and write a script, and or at least an outline, and make sure I say everything I want to say the way I want to say it, and also include all of the comments that you guys left as well, so that it really is more of a discussion and not just me blabbing my own viewpoints. So that video will be coming. I don't know when. To be honest, everything is a little bit crazy right now. Not in a bad way, but just lots of stuff going on. And one of those things is I got notes back from my beta readers on my middle grade mystery novel, and I was very unsurprised to find that their notes were excellent. What was really the great part about it for me is that their notes are, they're ideal in that, one, every single piece of criticism they had, it wasn't just them saying, here's what doesn't work. They also offered suggestions on how to fix it. They're good editors. That's what good editors do. Two, every single thing they pointed out, I immediately was like, oh yeah, that's an issue. I mean, some of them I was expecting, some of them I hadn't even thought of, but the moment they explained it, I was like, yep, that's an issue. And third, and most excitingly for me, they're all pretty easy fixes. Absolutely nothing structurally or like big picture needs work. It's all just little tiny things that are just going to make the book so much better. And so I know I can finish this revision by the end of the week. I think today, Wednesday, I might even be able to finish it by the end of the day, which would be very exciting. So that is what I'm working on today. I am currently on Lisa's live stream, which by the way is also streaming on my channel now, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central Time, if you would like to join us. And I'm just gonna start going through this revision. I've already incorporated both of my beta's comments into one document and gone through the draft and like highlighted specific places with my own ideas of how to incorporate the ideas that they suggested. And I'm just gonna start going through it, and we're gonna see how far we can get this morning. So let's do this. I have just been doing the worst job vlogging the last several months. I'm so sorry. I forget to take B-roll. I get caught up in what I'm doing and I don't talk about the process. I think I used to be better at this, but I don't know, my brain is like split in a million directions right now, so I apologize. It is well after 4 o'clock and it took all day. I mean, I really need to go move around, but I finished my revision. I definitely still need to do a complete read through, and as I think you guys know, I've shared this before, but one of the things I like to do at this stage is to send the document to my Kindle app, and then I can read it on my iPad. And the reason I do that is because it kind of looks more like in book format. It feels like I'm reading an ebook. And also it helps, you know, it's just like printing it out. You're looking at it not in Microsoft Word on your laptop, so you might catch different things that you wouldn't catch otherwise. And I just need to give it that read through all the way through. But I feel so good about this book, and I really trust my beta readers. As I said to you guys before, they're very good editors. Like, they do this for a living, but also, God, I mean, we've been critique partners for, I don't even know, maybe the better part of a decade. and I really trust them to be very blunt with me. Like in the past, they don't hold back. If something's not working, they're gonna tell me. And I think that's a really important part of that relationship. You don't just want praise and like minor fixes. You really need to know if a project is working or not, and they seem to have a lot of faith in it. And that has given me a lot of faith in it, and I'm just excited. I'm excited about this book, and I might be sending a query soon. So more on that in the next video. I feel like I owe you guys too an update on all of those plans because things have kind of changed. I guess I'll just talk about that right now. My plan all last year, what I kept saying was I want to finish my adult mystery novel, which it is finished. I need to finish the revision, which I haven't worked on in like 2 months. So just be upfront about that. And then query that and look for an agent who represents both adult and kid lit. But there's a lot more to this, and I will talk about this more in my next video, but I started to change my mind about that because I just kind of realized, even in the kind of very minor agent searching I've done, because I haven't done a lot, I've started to realize that while yes, there are a lot of agents who do represent both, there are so many agents who only represent adult fiction in certain genres, and so many agents who only represent kidlit fiction. And I don't want to rule out so many great agents because I'm looking for someone who does both. There's absolutely nothing to say that a person can't have more than one agent if they write in different areas, and in fact that's something that a lot of people do. And yeah, I just got hit with this middle grade mystery idea, and I'm just so excited about it. And you know, I won't lie, a huge part of the motivation for me is that My Outer Half, my last book with Scholastic, just has sold so much better than any other book I've ever published by a lot. And I feel like it would be a little foolish it would be a little foolish for me to not just kind of, I don't know, strike while the iron's hot, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, my sales are actually good for once. Maybe I need to get a middle grade thing out on submission. And also I needed a break from it after you know, that whole saga where I learned my agent was retiring. I genuinely did need a break from middle grade, but I've had that break and I missed it. I just missed it. I love writing middle grade books. I will finish that adult revision, and again, more on this in the next video, but that friend of mine who I think I mentioned this a long time ago, in the past we have traded pages when we're drafting a book to kind of like be cheerleaders for each other. She is a brilliant writer. I mean, I'm obsessed with her books. She's so good. And she's got a horror thing she's working on, and I have that horror thing that I started brainstorming last summer and has been just sitting and waiting for me. And we kind of think this might be the summer of horror, where we start writing these horror ideas and exchanging pages every day and kind of cheering each other along. So definitely gonna still finish that mystery revision, still gonna write that horror, still going to try to find an agent for my adult fiction. But I think I'm just playing a little bit more of a long game there. It's just gonna take a lot longer. And in the meantime, why not find someone to represent my middle grade fiction so I can keep on going there. So that is my update for now. Again, I don't know why I keep apologizing, but I just feel like my vlogs used to be a lot better. I put so much more effort in, and now I'm just like running on empty. Small update. I may have sent a query last night. One query. And I may have just gotten a very positive response. So, like most chapters in a mystery novel, this vlog is going to end on a little bit of a cliffhanger.